Hello bookworms! It's Jade from Bedtime Bookworm, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to do the New Year's book tag. By the time this goes up, I know that it is well after the beginning of the new year, but I was tagged to do this by Ashley from Don't Have a Degree in Reading. So thank you, Ashley, for tagging me in this, and I'm sorry that it took a while for me to actually get around to doing it. I just had quite a few video ideas already lined up and ready to go. This tag was originally created by Heather from Bookables, so I will link her original video down in the description box as well as Ashley's video in which she tagged me. Okay, let's just get right on into it. So the first question is, how many books do you plan on reading in 2018? And I have set my Goodreads goal at 52 books. I just really like the idea of trying to read one book a week. Depending on how you do the statistics, I did meet this goal last year, and I anticipate having an even better reading year this year because I'm not moving or having a wedding, although I guess that's not true. Hopefully I will be moving sometime this summer, but it won't be like a cross-country move like I did last year. So since I don't have those two big things going on, and that's where my reading really suffered for a couple months last year, I think I'll probably read more than 52, but I like setting achievable goals and I just really like the number 52, so I'm sticking with that number. Question number 2 is, name 5 books that you didn't get to last year but want to make a priority in 2018. So this is pretty easy because I had 3 books right off the bat that I have had as high priority for months and I haven't read them yet. So those 3 books are A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab, which I have a buddy read scheduled for this, so that should be happening. And then I also need to read Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. Both of those were also high priority, not only because I pre-ordered them and never read them, but also because they're both series enders, and as you all probably know, I'm trying to wrap up some series that I'm reading because I'm in the middle of like 30 plus series, and that needs to stop. And then I also have Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor on this list, which is another book that I pre-ordered last year and never read. Last year was a learning experience in that I should now know that I can't really pre-order things because even if I pre-order them, I probably won't read them. I think the hard part is sometimes pre-orders, come with perks, or you're guaranteed a certain edition that you really want. Like for Strange the Dreamer, I really wanted the UK edition because it's gorgeous. As much as I want to say I will never pre-order anything again, I have a feeling that I'm going to be pre-ordering the second book in the UK edition as well because I'm sure it'll be just as pretty as the first one, and I want to make sure that they match. I don't think that the cover reveal for the UK version of book 2 for that series has come out yet. I couldn't find it. I've seen the US version of the second cover, but I haven't been able to find the UK version, so if you have a link to that, please share with me. So next on the list I have Now I Rise by Kiersten White, which is the second book in the Conqueror saga. It's the sequel to And I Darken, which was one of my favorite reads of, I think, 2016 now. I have a physical arc of this that I got from Y'all West last year, and I was really excited when I got it, and I still haven't read it, so that's definitely a high priority. And then last on this list I have Fate of the Tierling, which is the last book in the Queen of the Tierling series. I binged the first 2 in the month of December last year, and I'm very anxious to finish the series, not only because I'm trying to finish series, but because I'm really interested in what's going to happen. So out of all the books on my TBR, those are probably like my 5 highest priority ones. Question number 3 is, what is a genre that you would like to read more of? And for this I put historical fiction. I do read historical fiction and I enjoy it. I just don't read very much of it, but every time I read a good historical fiction, I'm always like, why don't I read more of these? I also put historical romance here. I'm trying to get more into romance, and I feel like historical romance might be easier for me to like than something that's set in our current time, like a contemporary romance. Usually I need a lot more than just a romance plot to keep me interested in a story, but I know that there have got to be good romances out there that have complex plots, so I'm sort of on a hunt to find those. I have a few authors on my to try list, but if you guys have any historical romance recommendations, please let me know. I'm looking for something that has a lot of substance and is not just about the relationship. So if you guys have recommendations for those, I would greatly appreciate it. Question number 4 is, name 3 non-book related goals for 2018. As hard as I tried to make these series completely not related to books. They're still sort of related to books. They're just related to my bookish life, but they're not related to like the reading of books, so I figured I would use them. So my first one is of course related to my channel. I would like to continue to post consistently throughout the whole year. In my whole YouTube life, I haven't been super consistent, but within the last 6, 7, 8 months, I've been fairly consistent, and I've really enjoyed being a presence here and just having this as part of my life. I feel like over the past year, I've transitioned from being someone who does YouTube on the side to being someone that YouTube is a part of my life. I mean, it's still something I do on the side. I work full time and have my own life, but it's become such an ingrained part of my life and my day-to-day stuff that I do that it no longer feels like something that I just do on the side. It feels like it's more a part of my life, and I really like that. I want to keep it that way, and I'd like to continue to post consistently throughout the whole year. And what that means for me is mostly just try not to take a long period off, like a whole month or something. I've been trying to post once a week, and most weeks I post twice a week. There has been one week where I didn't post at all that week, but I still see that as being consistent because that was just one week out of many. My second goal of the year is something that I guess I don't really have too much control over, but it is moving into my new house. I'm not sure if I've talked about this on my channel at all before, but I am in the process of building a house. Well, I'm not physically building it, but my husband and I have signed a contract on a house that is going to be built, and it should be done sometime this summer. It's something we've been waiting on for quite a long time. So we're both really looking forward to having a house of our own. And so yeah, my goal is to get moved in and settled by the end of the year. The house should be ready sometime this summer, so that should be happening. So I don't really feel like that's a goal I can fail at, but either way, it's a goal to move in to my own place before the end of the year. And then my third goal is also loosely bookish related, but again, not related to the physical reading of books, so I decided to include it. Before the end of the year, I would like to launch some sort of bookish side business. It's not something that I see like keeping me really busy because I'm already pretty busy, but something that I can do on the side when I have time. As of right now, I have 2 different ideas for little bookish side businesses that I could do. One's like a bookmark design Etsy shop, and the other one would be putting myself out there as a beta reader with a specialty in reading science fiction and giving feedback on how good the science is, especially if it's something that's related to genetics. So those are 2 different ideas that I've had, and I've been thinking about them for a while, but I haven't really set any time aside to actually work on those things. Okay, so sorry if there was a bit of an angle change, but my camera died. The life of a YouTuber, am I right? So question number 5 is, what is a book that you've had for a long time and you still need to read? Basically, any of the books that I mentioned in question 2 could be an answer for this, except for maybe Fate of the Tearling, because I don't actually own that one, but I do own the other 4 that I mentioned. And then out of those, the one that I've had the longest is Crooked Kingdom. Question number 6 is, in one word, what would you like 2018 to be? For this, I'm going to go with productive. There's a lot of things that I want to do in 2018, and I really need to stay on top of my like weekly and day-to-day tasks to make sure that I can get everything done that I want. And so for those reasons, I'm hoping that 2018 is a very productive year for me. Question number 7, of course, as always, is tag a friend. I'm actually not going to tag anybody. I feel like this always happens to me, but anytime there's like a time-sensitive tag like this one, I feel bad tagging people because I do the tag late, and then when I tag someone, I feel like they're gonna feel pressure to rush and to do the tag ASAP, and I don't want to put that kind of pressure on anybody. However, if you really want to do the tag, then feel free to say that I tagged you. Again, thank you Ashley so much for tagging me in this. I really appreciate that you thought of me when you were doing a tag. I don't get tagged in things very often, although in January I was tagged in like 4 things, and now I'm trying to catch up on all of those tags. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more bookish content from me. I post 1 to 2 times a week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bookworms, keep reading. Bye. Today I'm here to do the New Year's... Okay, this is... Okay, let's get right into it. I historically, what is the name of that series? I have 2 different ideas for bookish, I have 2 different bookish